Tonight, the suspect charged with setting a Duluth synagogue on fire is back in custody.
And after a local War Heroes passing, veterans are honoring a special request from the family.
But first, threat over. A scary scene prompts road and business closure in Superior. We're live with the latest.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Tense moments in Superior today following what authorities called a credible bomb threat outside the city's fire headquarters. Police say a passerby spotted the device seen in this picture, and late this afternoon, law enforcement officials deemed it inactive.
The object was discovered shortly before 9:15 this morning along Tower Avenue. And that's where we find CBS3's Caitlin Moffett, who has been following the story all day today. Caitlin, we understand things are returning to normal in that area, right?
Yeah, Kristen and Tony, things are a lot more normal here than they were just a few hours ago. Officials did give the clear about 3 hours ago. That was after law enforcement agencies, including the Marathon County Bomb Squad, had spent most of the day and the afternoon here, and section of Tower Avenue was closed off. Now, the bomb squad arrived on scene around 2:30 this afternoon, and just after 30 minutes, deemed the suspicious item safe enough to pick up. Officials described the device found this morning as a PVC pipe wrapped with electrical tape. Earlier today, police made use of a robot, which was able to drive up to the item, take pictures, and zoom in close enough for officials to make out what it was. Authorities conducted further testing of the residue inside the PVC pipe before the bomb squad cleared the area as safe.
The device, the initial substance inside the device was field tested by the members of the FBI and the Marathon County Bomb Squad, but we would send it to a lab for further, more in-depth testing. An inspection of the ground near the area of the object, they're very confident that there are no other objects involved in today's incident.
Now, despite the scene here being a lot different than it was just a few hours ago, police are saying that the investigation is far from over. They're going to be turning it over to video surveillance from the nearby fire department, as well as all of the businesses, as to how that item got there in the first place.
All right, thanks, Caitlin. And as we mentioned, Superior had to call in a bomb squad from Marathon County today. That's about a 4-hour drive from the Twin Ports. Police Chief Nicholas Alexander says they were following Wisconsin emergency management protocol in making that decision, but he would like to see a closer option.
There is ongoing talks, with Duluth PD and us about the idea of creating a regional response team, but as with anything new, it's expensive, the equipment is expensive, the training is expensive, so I mean there are obstacles that would have to be overcome for us to have that as a local resource.
On the other hand, Alexander added that there's also a cost to have to wait for agencies from outside the county to respond.
Pine County officials are searching for 3 suspects after a recent crime spree in the Askov, Sandstone, and Daxbury areas. In the last 14 hours, authorities say there have been 8 reported stolen vehicles and 1 overnight break-in. During the break-in, the home was unlocked and residents asleep, while suspects allegedly stole keys and some personal items. Residents are being asked to be on high alert and check their properties for signs of or missing vehicles. Authorities say they have located 7 of the 8 stolen vehicles and have made 1 arrest in connection to the spree, but believe more suspects are still at large. If you have any information, you are asked to contact the Pine County Sheriff's Office.
The man accused of starting the fire that burned a Duluth synagogue to the ground is back in jail. Matthew Amiot is listed as an inmate on the Douglas County Jail roster. Superior Police arrested the 36-year-old around 7:45 last night. He pleaded guilty to negligent fire in St. Louis County Court last week and was released under conditions. But a warrant was issued for his arrest after he did not show up for a probation meeting. The blaze destroyed the Adas Israel Synagogue in downtown Duluth in early September.
Good news for people living near the Nemadji River. The water levels are going down. Early this morning, it crested at nearly 26 feet, which was less than 4 feet off the all-time record set last summer. The water rose about 20 feet in less than 18 hours. The 5 highest crests on that river have all occurred since 2011. And we'll turn over to the weather now. Dave, not nearly as much rain today as we saw yesterday. Man, was it coming down.
Yeah, things settled down very nicely today. So all of those warnings and advisories have been dropped. It's still not a dry night, though. For Minnesota, it probably will be cloudy but dry. But yet another low pressure system is tracking towards the southern regions of our area here, and that's keeping a rain chance up then for Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula, but much lighter this time around. Our short-term forecast then for Wednesday says the day planner, kids should get up to a mostly cloudy sky, maybe a few peaks of the sun around 7 o'clock with a temperature of 40. But then with yet another low pressure system building in from the southwest, clouds get towards overcast again by noon, and that cloud cover blocks the sun, so it'll be a little bit chilly, 45 around lunchtime. Then coming back from school, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 40% chance of rain returns. High temp only 48. Thursday likely will be rainy too. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, rain. But for the start of the weekend, some sun could come to call. We'll talk about for how long coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. A federal judge has shot down environmental groups' challenges related to the PolyMet project. The challenges were over the land swap needed for the planned PolyMet copper-nickel mine in northeastern Minnesota. PolyMet traded more than 6,000 acres of federal land in the Superior National Forest near Babbitt and Hoyt Lakes for a similar amount of private land last year. The environmental groups say the deal undervalued the federal land and violated other laws. PolyMet disputed those claims. The judge ruled that the groups lacked the necessary legal standing to block the land exchange. She said that's because PolyMet had not yet secured all the necessary permits to begin work, so the groups could not establish that they'd been harmed. We'll have reaction from the company tonight at 10.
Arkansas-based Big River Steel has received a $700 million investment from U.S. Steel. The two companies announced the joint venture partnership today. U.S. Steel will now hold a 49.9% minority ownership of Big River Steel. Under the agreement, U.S. Steel will also hold the option to acquire the remaining 50.1%. This investment will allow Big River Steel to produce higher grades of electrical steel and meet the expected growing demand. They will also continue to focus on energy efficiency.
Minnesota utility regulators have unfrozen the approval process for Enbridge Energy's plan to replace its aging Line 3 crude oil pipeline across Minnesota. The Public Utilities Commission voted unanimously today to direct the State Commerce Department to conduct a further environmental review on the potential effects of spills in the Lake Superior watershed and report back within 60 days. The decision represents forward motion after a long delay while legal challenges by environmental groups and tribal groups played out in court. Once the revised environmental review is completed, there will be a public comment period before the commission decides whether the update is adequate and whether to reissue key approvals for the project.
The St. Louis County Board voted today to name 3 different infrastructures in honor of 3 former county employees. The Government Service Center in Virginia will be renamed in honor of former County Commissioner Elizabeth Prebich. The Public Works portion of the Government Services Center in Cook will be renamed for former Public Works employee David Skelton. And a bridge spanning the Black Duck River in Camp 5 Township is designated in honor of another longtime Public Works employee, James Holter.
Harvey Droba has been appointed to fill the vacant mayoral seat in International Falls. Droba was an at-large city councilor and has been on the council for the last 5 years. According to the council, they will now have 60 days from Monday to fill the at-large councilor position. Folks will be able to apply for the position from now until October 11th. The council will appoint a new member in a special meeting on October 15th.
Wisconsin Democrats trying to undo laws that Republicans passed just before Governor Scott Walker left office suffered another setback in court when a judge threw out their federal lawsuit. U.S. District Judge James Peterson ruled Monday that Democrats had to make their case in state court. The Journal Sentinel reports 2 other suits seeking to scrap the Republicans' laws are pending in the Wisconsin Supreme Court, where conservatives have a 5-2 majority. The laws Republicans passed during a lame duck session limited the powers of incoming Democratic Governor Tony Evers and Attorney General Josh Cull. Most of the laws are in effect while the legal challenges proceed. Peterson ruled that state courts are the place to resolve disputes and over laws and said the Democratic Party didn't prove it was harmed by the lame duck laws.
Sticking with Wisconsin, according to a state court, mowing drunk is now just as bad as driving drunk. A Wisconsin appeals court made that ruling today. They say driving a lawnmower while drunk now carries the same penalties as driving a car drunk. The move stems from right here in northern Wisconsin. 2 years ago, a Rhinelander man was arrested for driving his riding lawnmower through the streets after leaving a bar. He appealed, but the court disagreed. And a heads up to runners, registration for Grandma's Marathon 2020 is set to open tonight. Registration for the 44th annual Grandma's Marathon weekend will open at 7 o'clock tonight. Entries for the marathon will be taken on a first-come, first-served basis until the race reaches 9,000 participants. The Gary Bjorklund Half Marathon has a capacity of 7,500 runners, while the William A. Irvin 5K is limited to 2,000 participants. Anyone who registers before December 31st will receive a free commemorative full-zip jacket. Good luck to all those participating.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, we'll tell you how a local veterans came together to honor one of their own.
Temperatures today absolutely normal, 58 versus 58. No rain since midnight either, at least here in Duluth. That'll change tomorrow afternoon when our next round of rain comes. And could it include a little bit of flurry activity by Thursday morning? We'll look at the latest theories coming up after the break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
Make Mom or Grandma's jewelry new again at Numi Jewelers.
Come to our remount show Thursday, October 3rd.
Bring an old ring, pendant, or earrings and design a new piece you will love. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
Explore Lake Superior's South Shore from beautiful Bayfield, Wisconsin. Gateway to the Apostle Islands.
Stay at the #1 travel-arranged B&B in Bayfield, the Pinehurst Inn. Open year-round, the Pinehurst has 8 exceptional guest rooms, each offering unique amenities. Relax in tranquility and comfort near Lake Superior at the Pinehurst Inn in Bayfield.
Apostle Highlands Golf Course, the gem that overlooks Lake Superior and so much more. Sitting 500 feet above the lake, enjoy a hilltop panorama of the world's largest freshwater lake on our prime 18-hole course. Apostle Highlands Golf Course. Experience superior golf.
Bayfield is home to 15 orchards and fruit farms. Take a tour of our fruit loop and find a variety of local produce, including many heirloom apple variety jams, jellies, cider, pies, and more. Visit bayfield.org for an orchard update and current information about what is available.
Bayfield, Wisconsin, where the water meets the soul. Visit bayfield.org.
Continental Ski and Bike's annual yard sale is here again, October 12th through the 13th. Get the best deals of the year on new and used Alpine and Nordic gear. Outfit your next adventure with Continental Ski and Bike at the yard sale, October 12th through the 13th.
Hey, Aaron and Todd, what do you guys do on a bye week?
Buy a pizza, buy some wings, buy a pizzone, buy your own.
Call Pizza Hut now. Get 2 or more of your favorites from the 5 and Up lineup, starting at just $5 each. You can't have football without the Hut.
Cat Country 98.9 wants you to win cash. One word could mean $100 or maybe $1,000. Listen to Cat Country 98.9 for details on the Cat Cash giveaway. The hottest country in the Northland. Cat Country 98.9.
CBS Tonight. Siva is back. Find out why.
She lied to me. Nobody's going to stand in my way.
A new NCIS. Then, a kidnapping reveals a social media star's deepest secret.
This stops right now.
A new FBI after a new NCIS. CBS Tonight.
A Navy pilot saw something that she can't explain.
Can't explain code for it.
Nope.
How do you even know what I'm going to say?
You're going to say aliens.
New NCIS New Orleans tonight.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, remember our meteorologist Brandon Michaels was here last year. Then he left us to go to Great Falls, Montana. Look what that got him this weekend. Montana snow. In Great Falls itself, he says they only got about 6 inches of snow, while the mountains, the higher elevations, got upwards of a couple of feet. And technically, according to the National Weather Service, for Montana, this is the coldest start to October they've experienced in recorded history. Well, a little bit of this snow could be sliding our way by Thursday morning, and I do mean only a little. We'll be dropping into the 30s away from the lake, and with a low pressure system, that could mean some flurries. I don't think anything's going to stick, but again, like I've been saying the past couple of days, it gives us something to talk about. Now, let's talk about the current conditions at the airport in Duluth as we eye up this picture of the bridge near Hibbing. Looks pretty good out there right now. We got a little bit of a break in the rain today, and it turned out to be fairly nice for at least a couple of hours. 54 is the current temp at the airport, 59% the relative humidity, wind north 7 miles per hour, and the air pressure for the moment a little bit high at 30.8 inches of mercury, or 1,019 millibars, but only for the moment. Another low pressure system is coming, and that brings a rain chance back by tomorrow afternoon. That could indeed last into Thursday morning, and again, Thursday morning cool enough for a couple of snow showers. Temperatures right now, though, aren't so bad. Cooler than normal. Yeah, only 50 in Watersmeet, only 49 in Ironwood, 51 Ashland, 52 for Hayward, and 53 in Superior. 54 is what we have right now in Proctor, 48 Silver Bay, 44 to Hibbing, and 45 International Falls. Temperatures will stay on the cooler side, perhaps all the way through the upcoming weekend, but next week there is a sign of a warm spell coming our way, with 60 not out of the question, and sunshine to boot. So we just have to hold on, and we'll get towards some pretty decent weather. Current Doppler map shows a low pressure system to our south is trying to bring a rain chance to Wisconsin and Michigan tonight. 30% chance you'll get some showers if you haven't seen them already. Should be mostly cloudy and dry in Minnesota, but again, another rain chance comes around tomorrow afternoon for the entire region, lasts through Thursday morning, maybe towards the noon hour for the entire region. And rain totals, probably a ½ inch to ¼ of an inch or so, with many towns indeed hovering around the ½ inch mark, like Duluth at 5,200. So hopefully that doesn't trigger another round of problems with flooding. But once this low pressure system does depart, then things are going to change up for Friday. This low keeps us on the cloudier and rainier side through Thursday, sure, but then by Friday, higher pressure hits us, and we get some sunshine at least briefly. Minnesota forecast tonight, low temps could dip into the 30s with a mostly cloudy sky. And Wisconsin, Michigan low temps, low 40s with a 30% rain chance. For tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, 60% chance of afternoon rain, highs near 50. In Minnesota, 40% chance for afternoon rain, highs 45 to just under 50. And with the extended forecast, Anthony and Kristen and Kelly, who's coming up with some great sports news, well, we're looking at 40s through Thursday. Then maybe with sunshine, we get to the 50s on Friday. Then rain is possible again this weekend. Oh, we just can't shake this rain. But the good news is Monday and Tuesday, 57 to 60 with sunshine. So after we shake off the shock of perhaps flurries on Thursday morning, it could be warm enough to ride motorcycle by Tuesday.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if only I had a motorcycle.
Of course, some hardcore say
You can
every
hop
type
on.
of weather is for a motorcycle.
Hop on the back of Dave.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
that'll look great.
Thanks, Dave.
A local veteran was laid to rest at the Duluth Veterans Cemetery.
Comrade Wingo's family had one special request from other veterans. CBS3's Emma Quinn shares what it was.
Comrade Douglas Wingo was laid to rest Tuesday at the Duluth Veterans Cemetery. Wingo, who served in the Vietnam War at the age of 18, encountered many tragedies.
The effects of Agent Orange ate at his body for years.
Wingo spent life after the war having minimal contact with others.
It's everything. Because Doug was a loner and kept in touch with so few people, that this is the respect he deserved. I think it's important that all vets have this.
Wingo's sisters had one request to help celebrate their brother's life.
It's such an honor for us to be invited to help the family with their last moment.
Veterans and riders did not disappoint.
They say we stand for those who stood for us, and that's why we're here today.
As about 50 of them turned out to honor their fallen brother.
Veterans said we served our country, and whether it was in a time of war or a time of peace, it's still a bond that we have.
Something family wasn't expecting.
I was shocked. I was shocked and happy, pleased, knowing Doug's looking down, going, good job.
Wingo's family and the Veterans Affairs say they are grateful for those who attended to help honor Douglas's life.
It's the end of an era for the Minnesota Citizens Federation Northeast. After 44 years, the organization is closing down. The group, which originally started as the Duluth Senior Coalition, made the announcement today after voting to do so last week. The group was created to help neighbors make their voices heard as they banded together to make change, especially when it comes to health care and utility costs.
Kelly's here with a look at what's coming up in sports.
Yeah, guys, it's October.
Baseball.
Which means it's time for October baseball. The best kind of baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers have one chance to keep their season alive. We'll have a wild card game preview coming up next.
Ice winning at the Bear.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
We all want fast internet, but getting more speed usually means paying way more. Until now. Introducing Extreme Access Internet 60. Real high-speed internet that comes with a real low price. Finally, you don't have to compromise on your speed to get the price you need. Enjoy fast speeds up to 60 meg and powerful home Wi-Fi for $24.99 a month for a year. Get more speed for your life and your budget. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Right now, steel chainsaws start at just $179.95. Or save $50 when you upgrade to the hardworking MS250. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Honda was named the 2019 Best Overall Brand and Best Value Brand by Kelley Blue Book. So when you buy a Honda, you're getting an amazing vehicle for an amazing value. More amazing than Toyota, Ford, and Subaru. Come into your local dealership today and get a great deal on an amazing Honda.
Hey, Aaron and Todd, what do you guys do on the bye week?
Buy a pizza, buy some wings, buy a pizzone, buy your own.
Call Pizza Hut now. Get 2 or more of your favorites from the 5 and Up lineup, starting at just $5 each. You can't have football without the Hut.
Best part about football? The highlights. So Dish gives you NFL Red Zone, no extra charge. That's every touchdown from every game Sunday afternoons.
Go right here. Hang on.
Because we know if you miss that action, you miss all this action. And that would be an awful shame.
Dish with NFL Red Zone at no extra charge. Tuned in to you.
Anderson Furniture Duluth is closing its doors for good. Everything must go during their store closing sale. Prices are slashed up to 70% store-wide. It's our final sale, so hurry in and save, because everything will go. Anderson Furniture Duluth. When it's gone, it's gone.
It's Oktoberfest at Prime Appliance. Get a free pumpkin with any appliance purchase and a chance to win several $100 Grandma's gift cards and find crazy low prices like this. Get self-cleaning Whirlpool electric ranges for just $579. Or GE gas ranges with a griddle just $549 during Prime Appliance's Oktoberfest sale. Financing always available. Take it home today or set up delivery. Come to Prime Appliance in Superior, the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Made it to October, ladies and gentlemen. Fall is in the air. Football fills our weekends, and the most exciting time for Major League Baseball officially begins. We've got a busy week for both Minnesota and Wisconsin. Starting tonight, the Milwaukee Brewers will fight for the rest of their season. It could be one and done for the Brew Crew if things don't go their way tonight. Brewers have a wild card matchup with the Washington Nationals. This is a spot that not many thought the Brewers would be in, but following the loss of reigning MVP Christian Yelich to a knee injury, the team went on to win 13 out of 15 games in the final month of their season, making the argument for themselves that they have all the momentum on their side.
You know, coming into this month, we knew
you know, there was, you know, times throughout the season where it looked like we might not play good baseball or whatever it is to get to this point. But we knew once September hit, we knew that every game really, really mattered. And I think all the guys just kind of collectively come together and played for each other. And I think we got on a good run there and, you know, put ourselves in a good position to get here in the wild card.
It begins and hopefully doesn't end for the Brewers tonight. First pitch is in Washington, D.C. against the Nationals at 7:08 p.m. Winner to the NLDS. As for the Minnesota Twins, they rest until Friday. They'll face the New York Yankees this Friday evening in the ALDS. First pitch for Game 1 is at 6:07 p.m. Some more UMD men's hockey preseason news. Dylan Sandberg and Hunter Shepard have been named to the All-CHN preseason first team. The 6-member team also includes NCHC rival Denver defenseman Ian Mitchell, along with representatives from Boston University, Penn State, and Minnesota State. No other program, though, had more than 2 representatives, and the Bulldogs were the only team with 2 on the first team. It says a lot about their team. We're talking baseball, hockey. Before we know it, the NBA season will be upon us, and the first sign of that was yesterday as Timberwolves Media Day, the first organized team activity of the fall. And one big question mark this year will be that performance of Max Deal guard Andrew Wiggins. All-star Karl Anthony Towns says that this year already feels different in terms of communication and commitment to winning.
Every single person has stepped up to the plate and said they want to be great and do great things here in Minnesota. So getting the guys to just come together early on, not have to wait till training camp, till media day today to see each other, but you know, I felt that we've seen each other the whole summer, and that's a difference than what I've been used to here in Minnesota, and it's going to show.
Basketball, just 8 days away, at least the preseason is. The Wolves face the Phoenix Suns in their first preseason game on the road on October 8th, and I'll tell you, they're really good at talking about how good they're going to be. Let's hope that they can play as good as they say.
Hopefully. It's that crazy time of year when all of the sports
Everything's
is
coming together.
going. We got all the college going. We got all the 4 major sports going. It's crazy.
It's fun time.
Thanks, Kelly. Well, tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, in exactly 1 year, using a standard driver's license or ID card will no longer be acceptable to fly. U.S. air travelers over the age of 18 will have to present a real ID-compliant driver's license to pass through a TSA checkpoint or risk being turned away. We'll have more on this tonight at 10.
All right, Dave, thankfully, much calmer day out there for most folks today.
Yeah, gave some towns a chance to dry out after flooding yesterday, but flooding, hopefully it won't return tomorrow, but a rain chance does return. Wednesday afternoon and evening in through about noon on Thursday, 40 to 70% chance for another half-inch of rain, high temp only 48. But then sunnier and warmer Friday, partly cloudy and 53. The weekend itself could be on the rainier side, but look at that temperature trend. By Monday and Tuesday, high pressure hits, sunshine abounds, and 60 just might come to call.
Ooh, sounds good to me. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.